Hello Minecrafters, and welcome to episode 18 of our Let's Play Infinity. And as you can see, we are here at the edge of our pit. For those of you who've not been following along, this is our courtyard, or what will be our courtyard. And I guess I can give you an overview of it. This outlines what will be the outside. There, that's a little easier. And this outlines what will be the inside of our courtyard. So this will basically be buildings, kind of like this one. Which I think I'm going to redo the design of this. And I'm still noticing that little kind of like, it's not really lag. It freezes for just a second, and then it lets go, and it moves on. But I'm curious if anyone else is having that issue other than me. I don't know if it's my computer or what it is. But anyways, let's move on. So one of the reasons that we had dug this was to get some materials. Because over here, when I was leveling out the yard, one of the things that I found was a big hole, or chasm, or whatever you want to call it, there. And so you realize I've got to do that. Okay. So anyways, this is one thing I do not like building on top of. So one of the plans was to fill that in. So that is what the red line is. And that is done with markers, and we're going to be using a filler to fill this in. And so you can see the perimeter of where we're filling in. It goes all the way down there, and as a matter of fact, if we come over here to the other side, in case you didn't notice earlier, this goes all the way down to bedrock. So then I'll manually end up filling that one line, but I wanted to dig it all the way out, just all the way down, just so you could see it does go all the way down to bedrock. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in, we're going to make a filler, and see if we can't get this built. And this was actually something that was brought up by Line Runner 99 when I was talking about leveling everything out with the Buildcraft quarry. And he had brought up using that to level it out, which normally, later in the game I wouldn't have a problem with, but right now I really didn't have the resources to. I couldn't just waste the resources. So that was why I had used the quarry, and so then I ended up having to use the quarry even more to get the materials to fill in that over there. So we've got our filler, and we've got some magmatic dynamos and some parts up here. I don't need the quarry. Probably need that, need that for power, and then we'll use the diamond chest to feed into it. Originally I was going to use the Java barrels and just send dirt, because I was just going to do it at the top layer. Well, this has turned into more than I was expecting. So, and as you can see, when you place the filler, it basically changes that red line into, kind of a construction line. And that is the area that this is going to fill. Now, I can't remember if it does it on the line or if it does it inside the line. So I've actually gone outside my boundaries a little bit just to make sure that the area I want filled gets filled. And so then we come inside of here, and you can see it says fill, and you can tell it flatten, frame, horizon, pyramid, all kinds of different things, but fill is what we're wanting to do with this. So we've got to do two more things, and that is to give it power, which we're going to do. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we're going to give it power like this, and we're going to put our magnetic dynamos around it like this. And by the way, I have upgraded. I did the upgrade from Infinity 1.21 to 1.41. So might be seeing some changes. One in particular, if you remember one of the previous episodes, I said that these always seem to land straight up and you had to turn them. Well, now it appears that they will now face power. So now we want to get to that. There we go. And we want to set that to extract. I did set it, didn't I? Did you extract on? Okay, there we go. Alright, so this should have power now, but now we got to give it parts. So I'm going to take and put this on top, and I will take this and plunk my diamond chest down on top of that. And the reason I'm using the diamond chest is because it's some random stuff that I really don't want, and then topped out with cobble. And so now we're going to set this to insert and this to extract. We'll fix that. And you can see parts flying off, but I'm going to put the stack upgrade on there, and you can see how much faster it goes. And so basically what this does is it sends parts, whatever you've got in the box or whatever you're feeding it, like this, and it will send those to any vacant areas within the fill area. And it actually looks kind of cool, but it starts at the very bottom and works its way up. So let's go over here and see if anything's hit yet. I don't see anything. Yeah, get a little closer, you'll find your brother down there. And honestly, I have no idea exactly how many this is going to take, or how long. It very well may take a while. But like I said, those are being sent, probably all the way down to the very bottom, down near bedrock. So we will let that go, and you can see how fast it's used up, which a lot of it's here and some of it's there. So we'll let that go for a while, and we'll head over here and talk about a couple of other things. So give me just a second and I'll be right back. Okay, so over here in the Botania area, this is another thing that got updated, and just thought I'd show you that everything, well, that's different. I guess I might need to go and recolor these. They're not showing up on Wayla either. Well, that's interesting. Wow, they're not even, I can't break them. Okay, that's an interesting little bug. Okay, I can break the redstone. Okay, so let's take care of this. And where did my comparator go? My comparator's still there. There it is. Alright, let's put this back. Put that there, put that there. Redstone goes there. And the comparator goes there. Now, one of the things that I did want to show you, and of course I don't have my, where did that wand go? Because I usually don't take that out. Must be in the Botania over here. Or maybe it isn't. Nope, there it is. Let me show you this real quick before everything comes out from the dark. These are full, but this one down here is not. And it's right at the edge. And seeing this made me realize that that's because this is 14. And this is a comparator. And the way I had described it previously was kind of like a subtractor. But in order to get these completely filled, if you wanted to do that, you would just take out that redstone, take out that torch, and move it one closer, like that. Or if you wanted to, I guess you could just put it there. And then what it's going to do is it's going to compare this to that, I think. Maybe you do need that redstone there. Because, if I'm not mistaken, it should start up. Yep, there we go. I see that one out, because that is not equal to that. So now we should... Yep, and I just messed it up. I didn't get the ring out in time. So once this comes back around, it'll drop our coal down here. Those will start producing again until this does indeed reach the top. Which brings us to another item, which I can go ahead and sleep through the night and then show that. But one of the other things that I wanted to be able to do with the new update on Botania is make something a little bit quieter. And with that, I'm going to need some wool. Grab it all. And the reason for that is you hear these firing. And actually, I don't know. Actually, I'm not going to be able to get to that one unless I do. Do I want to be brave enough to do that? I don't want to get into that one right there. What I'm wanting to do is to silence these, but they're not making any noise yet because I haven't done anything up here to take any mana out of that. So let's take some mana out. And for that I need a mana tablet. And I'll need this. So we can take this and tell it to sparing mana, and we'll throw our tablet on that. So now as that pulls out, then those will start firing. But the cool thing about this, and you can hear them, but the cool thing is now you can cover them. And you just basically right click on them with wool. And it puts a neat little wool sleeve on them. So now you're not hearing these. You're still hearing the one down there because I can't really get to that one to cover it, but and to make it so you can see it a little easier, it looks just like that. And the open end on it is still open, but the rest of it is kind of insulated. And if I had to guess, you can probably use different colors, but there you go. That was one of the things that I was actually happy to see with the new updates. Now, oh shoot, I didn't want to put that. And that's going to fall because I don't have a ring on now. Okay. Now, one of the other things with Botania and the new update is kind of like a little hidden Easter egg. So, I guess I'll go ahead and say that this is a spoiler alert. If it's something you want to find on your own, have at it. If you just want to see it and know what it is, then we'll go ahead and show it. But Odinic wanted me to make sure that I checked this out. So I figured I may as well go ahead and do it for everybody. So if you open up your Lexica Botania, and you do what is called the Konami code. This is back from the old days of Nintendo. But basically it is up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A. I think. We'll find out. So you do that on your keyboard. So it's up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A.
Don't lose your way. Your mind may have to be.
And yes, that is playing from the book. You can hit escape and it'll stop it. However, it doesn't really stop it, it just pauses it.
Must be done. This is a way to be more strong. Have a idea.
And then it eventually stops and just kind of fades away. So, yeah. Interesting things. Are we out of materials over here already? Since this has completely stopped, I would guess that we have. Yes, we have. Alright, so I guess I'll go ahead and take my cobblestone. No, not you. Yeah, we'll throw this on there. Tell you what, let me find my, unless I've got it on me. Nope, I don't have my wand on me. Or my wrench, not wand. There's a screwdriver. Alright, well, if I can't find a wrench, I'll make one, and we'll get that DSU moved over and get that thing fed, so I'll be right back. Yeah, it takes a special person to have it there on your hotbar the whole time and swear you can't find it. Alright, so we'll grab our DSU of cobblestone, which has got a little over 100,000. We'll take it over here, knock the diamond one off. And then we can just get up there. We'll hop up here, throw this DSU right there, and off our cobble goes. Let's see if we can find exactly where it's going to now, or how far we've gotten. And now you can see where it's going to. And that is what it looks like as it flows in. So, like I said, it fills everything in within that area. And I guess I could do something to plug up the... cut the hover back on this thing. It doesn't work as well as like the powered suit, but it does okay. Oh, it jumps around a lot though. It doesn't ever actually hover. It just slows your extent, or it slows down your descent, I guess is the best way to put it. Even though it says hover, this is just like I said, it slows down. It slows down the going down. Anyways, there we go. And you can see it filling in all the way back in here. Not really sure why it stopped there. Oh, I'll bet that's because of where the markers are. I bet if we go up top side, that area will match this right here. Cool. Anyways, like I said, you can see where this does fill in everywhere within your boundary areas. So hopefully we'll have enough cobblestone to get this done. If not, I'm not real sure what we'll do. Anyways, we'll let that go ahead and run and get a couple of other things done, and we'll check back on this later. So hold on just a minute. Okay, and since we're, I guess, almost to the completion of this, thought I'd go ahead and show this again real quick. It has pretty much completely filled up the little chasm down there, and is now working on the larger area, which is, all the other area that was cleared out. The only thing I'm not sure about, and we'll find out shortly, is if it's going to stay at that level or if it will come up even with the little bar there. So as soon as this area finishes off, we'll see if it starts another layer, and then we'll know for sure. I wonder. I didn't dig under that, so I don't know. It's not the most fast thing you could do, but it is certainly a lot faster than placing by hand, and honestly, I think it's even faster than the builder's wand. And for some reason, my jetpack isn't making noise anymore, even though it's still on. Oh, and there's our answer. It's going to be even with the bar because it just went under it. So it looks like we're going to have one more layer of cobblestone, and then this area will be finished off, and then I can replace the markers and do all that. And then later on, we'll switch all this out. Once I get all the cobblestone and everything filled in, we'll come back in with dirt and fill in the rest, and have a nice green area. So that is how the filler works. And as you can see, it does go to and overlaps that little marker area. So that will tell you precisely where the blocks are going to be laid. And we'll see how much we got left. Oh, looks like it's going to hold out pretty good. So there's that, and we'll get back on over to getting a couple of other things done here real quick. So hold on just a minute. Okay, and last of all, I thought I would close out with what I had said I was going to do. Actually, this episode, I believe. I don't know. Maybe I missed one. I don't know. Anyways, here we go. So I'm going to come over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can see I had to take out my essence berry bushes to get this to fit in this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to come 1, 2, 3, and go there. Then 1, 2, 3, and that goes there. And then I'll match it up over here. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Next up, I'm going to make some pylons. They're actually mana pylons. There. Just like that with gold. Okay, almost like that. Okay, there we go. Gold on the top and bottom, mana steel left and right with a mana diamond in the middle to get these little mana pylons. And then I'm going to place them. Now it needs to be on top. There. On top of each of the flowers. Look at that. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to come in to there. And then dig here, skip, and go to that way. I'm going to do the same here, and then here. And then at the ends, just like that. So you've got like these little T's all facing the middle, and then take that one out as well. Now what we're going to put in that area is obsidian. And just take your time, place it slow, because it's one of those things you don't really want to have to dig back up unless you have to. And if you place it in the wrong place, you'll have to. Then we'll go back in with flowers in these areas. Now these are all Botania flowers, but they don't all have to be the same color. I just kind of like it that way. And then, if I'm not mistaken, we take a lapis lazuli block, place it in the middle. Now, if you're not familiar with some of the things in Botania, this is used for enchanting. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our wand and right click the lapis block, just like that. Now this is now an enchanting area for Botania. I mean, you can use it for pretty much anything, but there are some special abilities that this has. Actually, I don't want to put... Normally I have a mana pool here, but I'm actually wanting to pull from this one. So, let's see, one of the other things that I happen to forget, and this is where it's at in the book, if you go under Natural Apparatus, you can go down to Enchanting with Mana, and it will tell you all about how to make this. It's basically what I just went over. Okay, so the next thing we're wanting to make is a spark. Actually, we want to make two of them. So you've got the blaze powders, gold nugget, and 2 mana petals. So let's see, I need 3, 6, 12 blaze powder. Because I need, well, actually I've already got a spark on this one, so I only need one more to go here. That'll work. So let's see. I should have some blaze powder around here somewhere while I have the sorting system going, and it is better. Oh, there we go. Hey, 6. And what was it? Gold nugget. It's easier to find things, but it's still not perfect. Simply because I've still got a bunch of things in random places. Like I do. Okay, so there's 2 flowers, and I'll get those energized and or powered, manned up in just a minute. Sleep through the night, because I don't want to go out there in the dark. Now I can take and toss these 2 in, get those back as mana petals. Bring them over here. Now I'm going to do the blaze powder, gold nugget in the middle, and my mana petal, and that gets a spark. Then we'll take this spark and shift right click it in the middle, and so now this will get its mana from here, which that is our main source of mana in this area anyways. But basically the way this works is whatever you put on top of here is going to be the item being enchanted. I'm not going to do it right now, but if I were to place those, then that would be what we're going to enchant. Then what you do is you take your enchantment books and you drop them down here on the ground, and then you'll shift right click with your wand. What it will do is it will take the enchantment from those books and put it on whatever you have on the altar. The key to this is it does not use the book. So if you make the book once, then you're good to go. For instance, if you've got a full suit of armor that you want to have all the same enchantments, all you need are those books one time, and that will get you done. And as far as what we're doing out here, we're actually getting close to being complete. And there's that lag spike again. I have yet to figure out what causes that. So I've got everything, let's see, I believe up to here done and filled. The rest of it, just this little area up here, is going to take a little bit longer because I'm trying to figure out, and this is something you'll have to keep in mind if you ever decide to do this, because I've got my nether portal down here. And so I'm trying to figure out if I want to keep this here or exactly how I want that to work. If we go down here, see here you can see all the mining that I used to do over that way is no more, because that has already been all filled in. And let's see, How far can we get over this way? Not sure where the water came from. Okay. I'm not really sure where I am in reference to all this stuff going on up there. I'm really not sure where that water's coming from. Because it didn't used to be down here. Anyways, I believe that's just about going to do it for this episode. Between this episode and next, I will get the rest of my landscaping done. I'll get all the voids and everything like that down below filled, and I will probably go ahead and get this next layer filled in with dirt. And then we'll start getting some things laid out up here. I do need to figure out what I'm going to start building out of. The dark oak I used in the beginning because I had a plethora of it. But I am going to want to start changing that out because this is a little dark to be doing the entire build with. And I'm not a fancy builder, but this is too dark. So I can't do everything out of that. And I don't want to use just cobblestone, but I want it to be something easy to get a hold of because I don't want to have to be laboring over, trying to find more materials and things like that. And sheep, you shouldn't be that close to the edge. So there you go. We have got the majority of this area taken care of. Should just take one layer of dirt and then we'll watch the grass spread and be done with that. So hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure to click like down below. If you have any questions or want to make any suggestions, do so down in the comments below. I will tell you this, check your account. If I've never responded to you and you've commented before, check your account because I have noticed there have been some people that comment, but the ability to respond to their comment isn't there. And it has something to do with the way they have their account set up that you can't respond to them. If you don't want me to respond, no problem, leave it like it is. But if you do, make sure that the ability to do it is there. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you were entertained and hope you come back to see us. Just keep in mind, I am Jim Slate. Take care and God bless.